What's going on, my fellow Dons, and welcome to another tier list video. We're continuing the Mario Kart list and doing these Super Circuit tracks. If you guys now you're probably wondering what Mario Kart Super Circuit is, and you're gonna have to look that up because it is the black sheep of the series and the most obscure, underrated Mario Kart game ever. Not a lot of people have heard of it, so yeah. And it was difficult to find a list with Mario Kart Super Circuit tracks because no one's really made them. So yeah, here we go. First off we have is Peach Circuit. I'll put this at B tier. Nintendo always tries to make the basic tracks okay, but this is a decent one for what it is, I guess. Next up we have is Shyguy Beach. This was brought back in Wii, and I gotta say, flat stages are never fun, but Beach is going in A tier. A really fun track. It's very interesting, that's all I'm gonna say. Next up we have is Riverside Park. I'll put this at C tier. It wasn't that amazing, honestly, and I can see why this one never really came back. So, I don't know, but it's an okay track, I guess. Next up we have is Bowser Castle 1. Nintendo loves bringing back this one sometimes, so I'll put this at A tier because of that. Next up we have is Mario Circuit. I think this was brought back in DS, I'm pretty sure. Again, I really don't remember. I'm looking this up on my phone because I really don't know these tracks very well. Oh yeah, it's this one, okay. Put it at B tier. It's an okay track. The Mario Circuit tracks are really not that. It's just flat tracks, what do you expect, right? Sorry, my nose. Next up we have is Boo Lake, and I'll put it at D tier. The Ghost maps, like, it's not as good as Ghost Valley, so, and I don't think Nintendo will ever bring this back. Sorry, not gonna happen. Next up we have is, I had to know the names, Cheeseland. This is a very underrated and appreciated track, so I'll put this at B tier. I think the one in Mario Kart 8 at least was really interesting, so, yeah, but I know not a lot of people really like Cheeseland, so, I don't know. Next up we have is Bowser Castle number 2. I'll also put this at B tier. I'll put this at B tier. There's something about it. No, actually I'll put it at C tier. Something about this is interesting, but I don't know. I guess this one was never brought back either, and they brought back Bowser Castle 3, so yeah, which we'll get into in a bit. Next up we have is Luigi Circuit. This is the one brought back from DS. It might sound really high, but I'm putting this at S tier. It's a very interesting circuit track, and even the DS remake was actually really interesting, making it rain and stuff with puddles. I think is a very interesting concept. Next up we have is Sky Garden. This is also going in S tier. Might sound ridiculous because the music is really good, and the track overall, and DS as well, it's also pretty good, so yeah. Next up we have is Cheap Island, another island track, which I'll put this at C tier. It's in the middle of the road. It's not one of my favorites, so yeah. Let's see here. Next up we have a Sunset Wilds, which is a kind of desert kind of track. I'll put this at C tier. I never liked this one, honestly. I don't know why, but it's an okay track for what it is. Next up we have is Snowland, and knowing that this track has never also been brought back, D tier. If Nintendo doesn't really care about Super Circus, I don't know how they cared about a game nobody even talks about or cares about, because this game is underrated. Probably it's not really underrated, but it's more overshadowed compared to the others. Next up we have is Ribbon Road, going in the S tier as well. This is a very fun track. Even the Mario Kart 8 they made it so well. So yeah, I really like this one. Personally, my favorite. Even I don't know. I appreciate more about Mario Kart 8, honestly. Next up, we have is Bowser Castle number 3, and this is I'll put this at A tier. This is probably one of the best Bowser Castles and one of the most good-looking ones. So yeah, can't go wrong with this one. Next up, we have is Lakeside Park, D tier. Never liked this one. It's a really weird one. It's a decently big track, but I don't know, something about it's just not good. And the one we don't talk about going in F. And next up we have is Bowser Castle number 4, putting this at B tier. It's not as amazing as Bowser Castle 3, but it is a very long one, so I guess I'll give it that. And last but not least, Rainbow Road. Nintendo always tries to make Rainbow Road. Oh wait, did I miss one? Oh, I missed one. Oops. Yoshi's Desert. I can't believe I missed that. Yoshi Desert, I'll put this at C tier as well. And last but not least, for real this time, Rainbow Road. Nintendo always tries to make Rainbow Roads good, so S tier. And that's it for the Mario Kart Super Circuit tier list. Sorry if you guys are going to be pissed off or mad or anything like that. So, yeah. Bye, guys.